Hey guys, this is the Prince of Macedon, and I'm doing a commentary video for Empire Total War multiplayer. This is the Russia versus USA battle. I'm in command of the Russians, and my opponent is Dog and Pound in command of the Americans out there. Let's go look at my Russian army first. On my front ranks, I have 2 units of light infantry, and you can see them being shot by the Americans' elite skirmishers there. Those are his long riflemen. Behind them, I have 7 or 8 units of line infantry, and that is my main body of infantry right there. And on my extreme right, I have 2 units of Cossack infantry, and they have a very nice, unique look. And these guys are not afraid of anything, not even artillery fire. I mean, they can still die from it, but they're not afraid of it. Okay, so that's my right flank. Let's go look at the rest of my army. I have a melee type unit right here. These are Streltsy. I think it's a Gorodskaya Streltsy. And they're only available in the early period, which I hardly play. Then I have, all together, I have a cavalry force of 6 units. One's the General's Bodyguard. Another is a Cossack Ataman cavalry unit. And I have 2 units of regular Cossack cavalry. And 2 more squadrons of Fibornaya Streltsy. Anyway, this is a retro battle. This is my very first time ever using the Russians online, or my very first time using the Russians, period. Anyways, my opponent's camping here, so I'm going to attack him, but you can see my opponent's army. Right here, you can see his regiment horse, and he has 3 squadrons of them. He just charged into my left flank there. I'm going to countercharge with my cavalry, and he in turn is going to countercharge with his cavalry. And right here is his other squadron of regiment horse, and right here is his general's bodyguard, or his general's So he has some pretty good upgrades on his troops here. The rest of his army, he has, I believe, 7 units of line infantry. And he has an unknown amount of long riflemen, but he has a bunch of them though. And you can't see all of them just because they're hidden right now. But you can see the ones that are firing. There's one of them right there. And they're the ones who deployed the stakes. And here's a few more units. But he has a bunch. Then he has 2 teams of 12-pounder howitzer foot artillery, and he has them on both flanks, one on his left and one on his right. So as I said, my opponent's going to force me to attack him. He's fortified his positions with stakes and long riflemen, to which I have no answer to. And here I'm going to make this this blunder here with my general unit. I'm going to try to charge his long riflemen, and I didn't notice those stakes there, so I ran right into them, and I lost my general. Which seems to be a tradition for me in Rome Total War, losing my general. Anyways, I'm gonna get that squadron of General's Bodyguard out of there. And they did a poor job of protecting my general. Alright. On my right flank, you can see my Cossack infantry. One of them is about to rout. They're taking too much gunfire from the long riflemen and artillery. So I believe they are bye-bye. Alright, let's go look at my left flank here, what's going on. His line infantry is pouring fire on my troops. And I'm using an oblique attack here. I'm just going to attack one part of his army and keep the rest of my army back. And right now I'm keeping my main infantry body back because I know those long riflemen will cut him up. Anyways, here's our cavalry going at it. And I scooted these guys up a little more so I can pour some gunfire onto his troops here. I want to maintain the pressure on his right flank, which is opposite my left flank. And you can see all kinds of gunfire. Here's our little cavalry fight. It's pretty sweet. Those are my, I have all kinds of units there. I have Streltsy, Ataman Cossacks, and I'm taking out his regiment of horse. Yeah, the Russians have pretty nice looking units, very exotic looking and unique. And that's what I like. Alright, you can see 2 of our units are routing. One's mine, one's his. And now I'm going to move up my infantry center, and I'm going to apply pressure on his center now. But definitely the main weight of my attack is going to fall on his right flank. And you can see in the background, I'm moving up my infantry over there. And they're taking a crap load of gunfire from the enemy. So it's murderous when you advance against this kind of army camping. Those are long riflemen. Now they are paying the price. So now I have pressure on every part of my opponent's army now. And here is my Gorodskaya Streltsys. And it's time for them to shine. I'm going to launch them in for a melee attack. You hear them screaming here. Not sure what I'm saying. But it's probably not good. But they're going to hack down these long riflemen here. And that's what they get for camping there. It's going to hack them down. And I'm not sure what kind of weapons those are. It's like a medieval weapon. But I've driven out those units of long riflemen. I'm going to take out the next, or at least I'm going to attack them next. Just going to drive down this guy's flank here. Hopefully roll it up. And now I'm going to drive into his main body of infantry here. And this is where he starts to reinforce his center with more light infantry. So it's not good for my Streltsy, but it's good for the rest of my army. Because now all those light infantry right there, they're not shooting at my guys. And I'm free to advance forward and get some better gunfire positioning against them. Alright, I'm taking this unit here of cavalry. I'm going to try to reinforce my Streltsy attack there on the enemy's infantry center. But my Streltsy are already routed, so my cavalry got there a little too late. Had I seen them round earlier, I would have pulled back my cavalry from helping them, but it's too late. Just gonna let them fight it out. Alright, I'm swinging these horses around my opponent's flank here. Gonna try to do a flank attack on these units of light infantry. You can see all the chevrons on that flag. Those are experienced chevrons, so this cavalry assault might be doomed. I'll let you find out and see what happens. Gonna charge it from his flank there. And you can see my horses are routing. Yeah, my horses were a little depleted from the cavalry fight at the beginning, so they didn't quite pull that one off. And you can see my opponent there cleaning up my troops. And that was the attack on his center. But the damage has been done, and I'm happy. Alright, so I'm bringing in more cavalry here. Just gonna keep up the pressure on his right flank. And here's the fight in the center. Just trading missile fire right now. Nothing special. Alright, and here's my horses. Well, not them, those guys are running. Here they are. Now my opponent formed one of his dudes into a square, so it looks like a little dipper formation right there. But since they're still in a square, I'm just going to bypass them. There's really no use in charging a square that's fully formed like that. So I'm going to pick another target with my cavalry here. Looks like they're getting hit by artillery. But anyways, yeah, pick a new target. Don't want to attack the little dipper just yet. I'm going to go behind his lines and keep his attention focused everywhere. Because if he's looking everywhere, then he could be missing some smaller parts of the battle. But I personally look everywhere on the battlefield. Anyways, look at those guys fly. I'm gonna charge into the backs of those long riflemen, and I want to take out as many long riflemen as I can because they are the big advantage for the Americans here. I love you too. Alright, so I'm gonna take these guys now who took out his long rifleman, and I'm going to charge into the backs of his guys. I'm gonna use hammer and anvil when I can. Okay, so I'm hacking these dudes down. Gonna keep rolling up here. And I don't want to relent on this pressure, because now that I see his flags routing, that means I'm having a lot of success here. Okay. And that's pretty much his main body there. You can see in the background, I'm chasing one of his long riflemen with a unit of light infantry. And his guys are gonna run. So that was it's a victory for me. I killed 643 of his troops and I lost 731 of my own. And Dogapound 81, he killed 673 of my guys and he lost 674 troops.